Last Friday, we filed an application back in the Supreme Court to have that determination looked at afresh by those judges. Two of our judges did not sit in that matter. That is the Chief Justice, the Honorable Martha Koome, and the Honorable Justice Isaac Lenaola. It is unfortunate they'll not even sit in the upcoming review action, because Judge Martha Koome participated in the matter when it was in the Court of Appeal, and Judge Lenaola was part of the bench which determined the matter in the High Court. So we are going back to those judges with fresh thoughts, new perspectives and dimensions, with new materials which can confirm the history of this move about homosexuality, which is now destroying our society, so that they may have a relook. And we will be asking our Supreme Court judges upon that relook to remember that they exist for the Kenyan society, that we have a culture as a people to uphold the position of the Kenyan people and reverse that decision. While awaiting what the Supreme Court will say, I'm coming up with a bill. Initially, I called it the Anti-Homosexuality Act of Kenya. But the issues we have to deal with now go beyond homosexuality, because we are touching on bestiality. People do not know, but it is not just homosexuality. Now they are saying human persons have 23 gender categories. We have lesbian, we have gay, we have bisexual, we have transgender, we have questioning, we have queer, we have pansexual, among others around. And so God created woman and man, as the Bible says, and as the Quran says, but according to them, there are 23 categories, and the determination of those categories is now left to an individual. What they are doing in the West is gory, very unchristian, very unnatural, and very, very sad. You know, when children are approaching the adolescent stage, their characteristics, whether they are a boy or a girl, start coming up. There is a big industry by the big pharmaceutical factories to inject. You are injected with hormones. If you are a man seeking to be a lady, you are injected with hormones which would inhibit the manly characteristics from coming, and which would enhance those lady characteristics. Then you go through that surgery. Now, they also propose, because now it is proposed as a human right. What it would mean is that once a person tells you he is a man, kama ni shule, ni lazima umpeleke. Akisema ni msichana, hata kama ni mwanaume, unapeleka kwa bweni, kwa dormitory ya wasichana. They are now promoting what we call gender neutral facilities. So in a school, you will have boys just by saying, I feel I'm a girl, because it is about feeling. Going to the ladies' toilets, the ladies' bathrooms, and that is happening in very many states in the United States already, okay? Where boys go into ladies' bathrooms, merely by saying they're a boy, they take the photos, the videos, and they post them. There have been even cases of rape. It would mean that when you are going into correctional facilities, like the prisons, you simply need to say you feel like you are a woman, though you are in a man's body. And then by saying that, you have to be taken to the ladies' prison section. This week in the United Kingdom, you're dealing with a case in which a single prisoner said he was a man who was taken to a female prison and raped 53 innocent people held in custody there. We are saying as Africa that there are things we can accept and there are others we cannot accept. So this bill we have brought, we have not just established these acts as offenses in Kenya, acts of whether transgender, whether bisexual, whether homosexuality, we are prohibiting them. We have also increased the punishment, because currently if the two parties consent, the punishment is 7 years imprisonment. If one side is forced or there is absence of consent, it is 14 years. We are moving where parties consent to life imprisonment, and then we are moving cases where a person is abused or forced into those acts, like this one's recruiting our children or people running children's homes, end up preying on our children. Those ones are going to be death penalties straight away, okay? And then we are going to consolidate all those laws. We are going to expressly prohibit the registration of associations or organizations which deal with those homosexual acts. We are also, on the whole, looking at how to rehabilitate those ones who are recruited without their wanting or without their consent. We are creating a rehabilitation fund. In the law, we are saying if you get hurt as a victim, we are going to create a medical fund through which you cannot be treated. We have so many people, our Kenyans do not know, who are moving in diapers because of those unnatural, sexual contacts and behavior. Now we are making it law that the person who would have hurt you must pay for your medical treatment. So we are looking at a whole, range of laws we can put in. In this law, we are going to specifically state that the gender of a person is determined at birth and biologically. It is not what you feel. There are so many of us who go into these things and they have the challenge of then addressing them. We want them to be drawn back, be cancelled and be dealt with. Those provisions are all going to be there. So the bill is a comprehensive bill. The name has now changed from Anti-Homosexuality Bill. It is now going to be called Family Protection Act of Kenya. And I'm hopeful before we break for recess in a week's time, the bill will be going through its first reading in the National Assembly.